All right, so what I wanted to kind of work with you on is mostly some keyboard shortcuts and stuff that really help you to be more efficient with teaching. So if you guys will open up Chrome. This on screen share. Okay. Let's start with Chrome. I don't necessarily want this to be a lecture, although I do know a lot of ninja tricks that I want to share with you some. Let's start a collaborative Google Slides. I'm going to go to slides.google.com plus, and this was a number in Google Classroom, number 55, 56, you guys know? Let's just go with 57, that would be safe, right? Ninja Workshop. Then I go to Classroom. Here, 149. And assignment. Number 057. Ninja Workshop. Edit. Yeah.
Fine. I'm having an issue trying to get my keyboard.
That one might be jerky. You might want to just move to a different one. Sorry. That's about, I have a Mac at home, it's awesome, and the trackpads are awesome, but when you use public stuff, they get just, abused. Doesn't matter what you have, they're going to be labs. Okay, so these notes are collaborative. So like we give some tips if you guys can make some slides and add to them so you have them later, and then you can insert these onto your notes on your blog. You can just insert the slides. You insert, drive, slides, and you should be able to just insert these, and you can all just use the same one. Which is something that I love about Google. It's really built for collaborating. Once I started to think about that, I'm like, okay, what can I really do where I can let people really collaborate? So one of the things I really like is I usually, most semesters, have students do collaborative notes. You guys have been doing your notes individually. But when you're listening and you're writing, you're not listening anymore, right? My head's down here writing, and so if you get a group of people to take notes together, someone's going to pick up on something that you missed. Kind of fantastic, so I like that. So if you are a Mac user, or I'm assuming you're a PC Chromebook user, mostly. Who's Mac users? Right, so Mac use command instead of control. That's the biggest difference. I'm going to say everything like we're using a PC because I usually work with PC users and I can't help myself even though I'm a Mac user. So I will say control, but since you're on a Mac, you're going to actually do command. So let's try this one first. Command T, new tab. Command T, new tab. Right? Command T, new tab. Control W, close that tab. Command T, new tab. Command W, close that tab. I'm not saying command, I told you I do control. Work with me. Yeah, I know. So if you're on the Mac, don't use control. Like almost ever. There are some exceptions to that. Okay, now do control W on whatever you're on. Humor me on this. Holy crap. Control Shift T. Control Shift T. So Control T opens a new tab. Control Shift T brings it back. So try that again. Control T. Go to your favorite website. That's not porn. Control W. Control Shift T. So guys, you are going to have somewhere between 75 and 200 students if you're a secondary level teacher. 100 is probably a good safe number to say. You're going to have 100 students. So as we go into the 21st century and all your student work is digital, holy crap, it is unfun to be doing this with your mouse. And I am like so mad about Google Classroom right now and Google Forms because they require me to move my mouse around way the heck too much. And if you find yourself touching the mouse, you are being really inefficient and you're making it take twice as long to grade your papers. And you would like to go home and spend some time with your family. Haha, you know that I have a personal life. Thank you. Right? Okay, so first let's make sure that on number 57 that someone's got a slide. Control T is a new tab. Someone else get me a slide. Control W closes the tab. Someone else get me a slide. Control Shift T brings the tab back. If we have redundant ones, that's fine. So my recommendation is usually that you learn one keyboard shortcut a week. Just one, because otherwise it's too much. If you do not know Control C is copy and Control V is paste, those are your keyboard shortcuts to learn first. If you ever use the menu or the right click to copy and paste, I will vomit. That just tells me you are a computer noob. Like, nothing screams, I don't know how to use the computer faster than I don't know Control C, Control V. So please, Control C copy, Control V paste. And here's the thing with all these keyboard shortcuts, it's awkward. It's like learning to drive a stick shift. Someone's like, here's first gear, here's second gear, here's third gear, go. And you just stall the car and you're like, what the heck? It's not going anywhere, it's jerky. Yeah, the first few times you try and use the keyboard shortcut, like it's faster to do it with my mouse. Sure, but once you figure it out, you will be a ninja. I cannot emphasize enough keyboard shortcuts. The other thing that you need to be a ninja is be willing to click on stuff. Be willing if I get a new program, I just click on every single thing. So let's go to Google Forms. So Control T, new tab. Go to forms.google.com. Control T, new tab. Forms.google.com. Forms.google.com, and I click plus, I'm going to create a new form. Okay, now, this is the new form, and it makes me mad because they've hidden everything, and I know that most teachers are not computer ninjas, and they'll be like, you can't do fill in the blank. Well, of course you can. It's just hiding. So let's click on everything together. You ready? Let's just start from the top. This is what you do. You get a new program, click on everything. What does this do? Just try and make it blow up. This is your goal right now, so try and make it explode. Okay? So if I click on untitled form, okay, that lets me type the title. I can click here, hello. Then I got all these buttons on the side, right? I'm going to click on all 5 of them. gonna click, you're gonna do this with me, we're gonna click on everything. And don't feel like you need to stay with me because we're clicking on everything, and that's the point. You wanna be a ninja, you cannot be afraid to click on stuff. So I'm gonna click on the first picture. Oh, what did that do? Oh, okay, I get it. What's it doing when I click on that plus button? It's creating what kind of questions? Multiple choice. Okay, what happens when I click on the next picture? What does that do? I'm gonna click it a bunch of times. Look at me. I'm making a mess of this thing. I'm trying to make it explode! Explode! Push all the buttons. That's your job right now. I want you to push all the buttons. Okay. What does the third one do? Oh, I can add a picture. Cat. Okay. Look at that. Yes. You didn't even know you could put pictures in a Google form, did you? But if you pushed all the buttons, you would know that. Okay? Push all the buttons. That's a good question. Something went wrong. Reload. Okay, add video. Oh, look at that. I can put YouTube in there. Chupacabra. So you guys, seriously, when you're faced with an update, you know, the Google Forms just updated. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a delete this. I'm going to make a Google form that says delete this, and I'm going to push literally all the buttons. And in 15 minutes, I will be an expert at Google Forms, and I'll be doing trainings, and people will be asking me questions. I know all of it because I pushed all the buttons. You guys don't even want to know how much money people pay me to do that. It's embarrassing. Take whatever number you're thinking and triple it. I'm like, seriously, you're paying this because I know how to push on buttons. People pay me a lot of money to show them how to click on the buttons. I would get paid to do this workshop. If I did a workshop on Google Forms for a couple hours, people would pay $300 each. What a waste of their money. Honest to goodness, you should never pay for these classes. If you just are willing to push all the buttons, you will save yourself a lot of time and a lot of money. All right, so I push all those buttons. Okay, I'm going to go back up to the questions. Because when I click on the question, what do you notice? What can I click on? What do you notice? Multiple choice, right? Okay. It has a little arrow on it. Be on the lookout for arrows. Like, oh, look at that. I am going to make every one of those questions. I want you to make a short answer question, a paragraph question, a multiple choice question, a checkbox question, a drop-down question, a linear scale question, a multiple choice grid, and a date and a time. We're going to make this thing explode. Go. Oh. So make one of all of them. Like this grid one, the multiple choice grid. Most people have no idea what this is. You want to do this one with me? You can ignore me or do it with me. So I'm going to look at the multiple choice grid one right now. You can click, you keep clicking buttons or do this with me. So it says row and column. Basically what this lets you do is create a rubric. So my rows are things like has glitter and, hey, you guys say what's highlighted? Do not hit the delete key. If it's highlighted, just start typing. Personal pet peeve, but we're trying to be a keyboard ninja here today, right? Okay, has glitter, critical thinking. You guys see I push enter and I just start typing, right? standard 1.4, standard 1.5. And then my columns are, because it's a rubric, excellent, above average, average, poor, unacceptable. Okay? What do these buttons at the bottom do? Don't wonder, push it. Oh, hey, look at that, not two. See, I literally on purpose make a document that says delete this, and I just try to make it explode, and then I'm gonna figure everything out. And then people are gonna pay me money to show them. Suckers. Guys, I'm the number one world's expert in Google Classroom, arguably. People all the time bring me out to show them how to set it up. Do you know how many YouTube videos will show you how to set up Google Classroom? A ton. But people will pay me to come out and do that for them. Think about it. This could be you. It's very lucrative. You guys, I want you to promise me, because after this workshop, you will know enough to be able to make this claim. You already do. When you go in for your job interview, I want you to say, I'm kind of a ninja with a computer. You know, like, don't laugh. I mean, seriously, you laugh about that. But how many principals are tired of having some teachers who are scared of technology, and they just are dying to have somebody who can kind of be a leader on their campus? Does that give you an edge? Yeah, that gives you an edge. And the amount that you need to know to claim that is embarrassingly low. Okay? So, okay, so right here it says require more than one response. I'm gonna click it. I don't know what it does, but I'm gonna try it. What else do you see on this question that I should click on? Yep. The 3 dots. Snowman dots. Snowman dots. Now guys, you should be like sharp on blood when you see 3 dots anywhere. That always means more choices. You see 3 dots or 3 lines. 3 lines is a menu. 3 dots is more choices. 3 lines is a menu. 3 dots is more choices. Someone get that into the notes. If you ever see 3 dots, click on it. If you ever see 3 dots, click on it. Just being willing to do that will increase your digital literacy exponentially. So what can I do when I click on the 3 dots? What are my options? Okay. So I can randomize my rows. I have very few use cases for that as a teacher. I don't want to do that. Limit 1 response per column. That's good. All right, they can't say you're excellent and average at the same time. Hint text. I love hint text. Let's click hint text. Click hint text. What that does is it gives you an extra line. Hint text here. It gives you an extra line because what happens is a Google form can put the data into a spreadsheet. Google form can put the data into a spreadsheet, which is awesome. Because then I can sort and filter and do whatever I want with it. I can really be super cool. But what goes up here becomes your column header in the spreadsheet if it's really long and your spreadsheet looks ugly. So I usually like to keep my question short and then I explain it in more detail in the hint text. So you guys notice like on the sign-in form, it just says like first, and then in the hint text I put what is your first name? So that the what is your first name doesn't show up on my spreadsheet. Because when I'm reading it on a spreadsheet, 1 word is really nice. I'm just reading across the columns of my spreadsheet. And if I want to see 1 word, I want to read this whole question. So, that's a tip. Tip. Keep your question simple and give more details in the hint text. But the hint text is hiding under the 3 dots. Should I click on it? What else do you guys notice? Anyone notice anything else we should click on? See these grippy dots at the top? Notice when I hover with the grippy dots at the top, it becomes a movie arrow, and I can move the question. Okay, now here's the thing. You probably won't remember this tip, but it's a little tricky to move it sometimes. Let me name this something unique. Okay. a keyboard shortcut. So I want you to do this. Control slash or control question mark. Command. In a lot of the Google products, control or command, control slash opens up the keyboard shortcuts. But you didn't know that. So what you do is once a week, you pick one product and you do control slash, or you go to the help menu and it says keyboard shortcuts in the help menu, and you pick one. Pick one. You learn that one for the week. So one of them on there is to move the questions up and down. And they're J and K. So it's like, it's no joke, I can move these up and down. JK, no joke. Seriously. All right, so it's Control Shift K and Control Shift J. You probably won't remember these, but sometimes when I'm using a Google form, it's really frustrating to try to move them. So you don't have to remember them. What do you have to remember? Control slash. Look, like I know there's a keyboard shortcut for this. And I forget, like I forget that one sometimes. So I control slash, that's the one to remember. Like here's all the keyboard shortcuts. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I can remember it for the next 20 minutes while I'm making my form. So Control, Shift, J and K. So J moves it down, K moves it up. You see that? Whoa, way more efficient. Be willing to learn keyboard shortcuts. That will make you a ninja. Be willing with something else I can click on. Let's go up to the very top. Let's get all these buttons at the top. What do those do? Okay, first one, it says Form Ranger. Okay, that's interesting. How about color palette? Right? Oh, I can change the color. How many people realize that you can do that? They're just not willing to click the button. I want to show you guys something in Google Classroom. So guys, like you see I'm in Google Classroom, and I click this plus icon in the bottom corner. Read these. What are the choices? Okay? All the time, I go to a Google Classroom training, and I'm like, hey, did you know that you can reuse post? And it's like a mic drop. Like, oh my gosh, I've always wanted to do that. I didn't know you could do that. It's right there every single time you click on the plus button and you never thought to push it. Like so many of the teachers, they never think to push it. Don't be that guy. If there are 4 buttons, you should have pushed all 4 of them. I mean, there's only 4 buttons. Aren't you curious? What does that reuse post does? Push it. Push it. Okay. So back over at our Google form. Back over to Google form. What happens when I click on the eyeball? Oh, hey, that's what that looks like. And because I got all the different kinds of questions, now I know how this works. Now I know what it looks like. Isn't that helpful? A little bit? No? Control W. Okay, what about going to the settings wheel? Look at this default. Anyone in Fresno State can respond to my form, but what if I want to share it with parents? Can they fill out this form? No. No. It says anyone in Fresno State. My parents don't go to Fresno State. You can change it, but that's not the default. How many? This used to be in your face. This used to be the very first checkbox on old Google Forms. And now they've hidden it under that menu. How many people do you think are going to realize when they share a form that people will not be able to fill it out? It's hidden. You want to see what I'm talking about? Where people start to pay you money just because you clicked on that button. And you're like, oh no, you can share this with anybody. Let me show you. You just click on this button and you choose anyone. I swear to you, someone will tell you you are a genius. I swear. What's going to happen? You're like, yeah, I don't click on buttons. Right? So read the options. What can you do when you make a Google form? All kinds of stuff. How many people know that you can put a progress bar? You do, other people don't. You're about to get a raise. Seriously, people will pay you for this information. So confirmation page, I like to put in here like what I want after the kid fills out my Google form, I'm like, now go do this other thing. Like I put the next directions. Go back to Google Classroom and do assignment number 57. All right, do I want to let them submit it twice? Uncheck. Save. Any other things I can click on?
Those 3 dots.
There are another 3 dots! Click on the 3 dots up here. It's so like subtle. So what can I do?
Add collaborators.
Yeah, people can work on it with you. Do you even realize that? You can like create a form at the same time. That's cool. And see, with forms, it's different. Like every other Google product has that blue share button, except forms, right? I'd love to get a pre-filled link. Why don't you come down and click on that one with me? Get a pre-filled link. What this does is allows you to fill it out with defaults. So by default, everyone would answer that they had glitter and they did critical thinking. They'd all, by default, would all say 4. But over here, they would default so they all suck. And then, or actually, I'm going to go here, go down here. Now, when you hit submit, it's not actually submitting the form, it's submitting your default. So you skip the ones you don't want to default. So if I'm using the same form for sign-in, you guys know how you, do any of you use the link from the Quest list to sign in? Anyone do that? Sometimes, anybody else? If you go to your Quest list number 10, on that front page, there's a sign-in link, and it pre-puts in your first name, and it pre-puts in your last name, and it pre-puts in your ID number, and it fills it out for you, so you don't have to fill it out every time. Did you know that? No, because you don't just click on stuff. You need to be the guy that just clicks on stuff. And so this is how I did it, right? So I just went in and I like first name, last name, and I just typed this and I hit submit. And then this link up here, you gotta copy that. So click on it, Control C, copy. Control T, new tab. Control V, paste. Enter. And you'll see that it gives you the form, but it's pre-filled out. Just the parts like, right, USAP, you're awesome. And so if you have it where it's, you want to tell them what date or what assignment, like use the same form for a warm-up every day. So it's Monday's warm-up, it's Tuesday's warm-up, it's Wednesday's warm-up. Use the same form. You just give the kids a link to the pre-filled part, and then it's all going into the same spreadsheet, and you only have to have one form. I love pre-filled URL. Control W. Yep, keep this page. Control W. I'm gonna click back on the 3 dots. Anything else in there? Print, I got script editor. What's that? Click on it. I know you didn't think you wanted to click on it, but click on it. You can actually code Google Forms. If you learn a little bit of code, which I would love to teach that to you, I'm going to set up a workshop for that. If you learn a little bit of code, you will be able to make Google Docs dance for you. Let me cheat on YouTube. Can I show you a video of my 8-year-old? I'm having you hostage, so the answer is yes. I told her I would give her $100 if she learned to code. So she now every day accosts me at the door to tell me what she's coded. Where's my videos? Learn HTML and CSS. That's a great place to start. Right there, guys. Oh yeah, exactly.
And a capital A, but no capital T. And then you put those, what do you call it?
Semicolons or parentheses?
Parentheses. And then you put a winky face, and then you go down and go bar, and then anywhere you want, and then you're gonna go equals, quotation, anything you want, and then another quotation, and then I think you put a winky face after that.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you can do that as many times as you want, and then you write the story starting with what do you call it? Get body, and then those parentheses, append paragraph, and then one parentheses, and then you start your story, and to put something in, you would go quotation plus that word, another plus, and then another quotation to keep it going. But you start the story with a quotation.
So, okay, but here's the point. She's 8, and I literally showed her this like 2 weeks ago. And so she says to her teacher, "Can I code my vocabulary words?" He's like, "Yeah." So she does this where she goes to the script editor on Google Docs, and she just told you in words how she coded her vocab words. I know you had no idea what she was saying, but she said it in like a minute, and she's 8. You can do this. Like, for reals, you can do this. You can show up to my next workshop where I do the coding. Because I'll show you how to do Google Docs or Google Script, Control W. But now you know, you had no idea. Did you know that you can code Google Docs to do stuff for you? So then down here it says add-ons. What the heck is that? Click on it. Add-ons. And so, look at this. You can insert math equations into your Google Forms. What else can you do? These are just like extra things that make remember how I just showed you the script editor? Somebody else wrote in the script editor, they wrote the code, and now you can just use it. You're using your code. You can make all these yourself if you wanted to. Don't be creepy with them. This will do some cool stuff, right? Okay, there's not as many add-ons for forms as there are for like sheets and docs. Okay, where else have we not clicked on? Responses, click on responses. And so if somebody had answered my form, so let me go here to the eyeball. Whoops, that's not the eyeball. I go to the eyeball and I fill out my form. Right, give myself some responses. That's good. I have more sections. What's going on with it? Oh, is it required? I chose one response per row. And then I submit. Awesome. Control W. All right, so then it gives me a chart of what everybody answered. Right? What else can I click on? It says individual. So it shows me their individual responses per person. And, you see this? I can delete people's answers. That's what I usually do. I try it out first, I answer the form for myself, and then I delete it. Accepting responses, you can turn that off. Now what do you notice? It'll be like a shark. It's going to bite you. What do you notice? 3 dots. Click on it. Do you want an email notification every time someone fills out the form?
Yeah.
Things that almost never wanted. Select response destination. So right now, all the answers are in the form, which I never want that. I always want it in a spreadsheet. So if you do select response destination, you can say what spreadsheet you want it to be in. You can download everything and then you can delete all your responses, but this is a fake form, so if you're like, I don't know what download responses mean, just click on it, just click on it. Don't wonder, just do it. Now, what else? There's one more thing we can click on. You guys know what this is? Now you do. It used to automatically create a spreadsheet, and now it makes you click on this every single stinking time. Click on it. And then do you want to create a new spreadsheet? This drives me crazy. Too many steps. And I click create, and then it opens the spreadsheet and it shows all my answers. so I can see all my students' work. So let me tell you guys, when you attach a Google form in Google Classroom, it links you to the spreadsheet if you made one. So make sure you make the spreadsheet before you send out the form to the kids. Control W. Can you please go up here to the 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner and go to report a problem? 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner and go to report a problem. And say, I want the spreadsheet to automatically create with no steps. Say what you want. Don't let me, you know. It used to be it would automatically make the spreadsheet, and the new one it is 5 clicks to make a spreadsheet. Because I got to close it and go back to the spreadsheet. It's like, and then notice I forgot to name it, and it called my spreadsheet Untitled Spreadsheet. That was another thing I had to click on. I'm just like, just make my spreadsheet, just make it. So anyway. Next. You guys should send feedback to Google often. So this report a problem, somewhere in all the products it says either send feedback or report a problem. It's all send feedback. Just do it all the time. Let them know. Let them know what you like, let them know what you don't like. All right, we're done with this form, so what am I going to do? Control W. Seriously, if you think about it, where you have to open 200 student documents and you got to close 200 student documents, Control W is going to feel dang awesome, right? Super helpful. How much time? 15 minutes. You guys got a bunch of tabs open? Control 1, Control 2, Control 3, Control 4, Control 5. Control 1, Control 2, Control 1, Control 2, Control 1, Control 2. So here's the trick. Is that a surprise to anybody?
Yeah.
Got it? So if you always have your Gmail in tab 1, and you always have your Google Classroom in tab 2, and you always have your gradebook in tab 3, right? You consistently. How do you guys know how to move tabs? If you click on the tab and you grab it, because you can drag it and move it, you can also pull it out. I can pull a tab out and pull it back. Try that. I want you to grab a tab. You should be on Chrome. May not work the same on Safari. I mean, you can try it. It probably works. I mean, this for sure works on there. I don't know if the Control 1, Control 2 works on Safari. Just remember, I'm giving Chrome tips today, so you know if it doesn't work, it's not my fault. Okay. So, but you should be able to grab a tab and like drag it and move it to a different position, and you should be able to pull it out and push it back. You like pull it down, grab it and pull it down. You're in full screen mode. I hate full screen mode. There you go. That works. There we go. The other thing that really makes life happy is side-by-side windows. So I put my Google Classroom with the directions side by side with the work that I'm doing, or I put my gradebook side by side with what I'm grading. So let's do it the long way and assume that I have to do it this way. I grab the tab out. So grab one of the tabs. Just pull it out. Just yank one of the tabs out. Then you come over to the edge. You see how my cursor changes at the edge and I can shrink it? Then I take my other window and I shrink it. I get them side by side. So being able to get your windows side by side is a big deal. Now if you're on a Chromebook, I think Control left bracket and Control right bracket automatically does this. If you're on a PC, if you drag the window and snap it to the right or the left, it automatically does this. I think the new version of for your Mac automatically has something that does this. And I also have a Chrome extension where I paid a guy in Russia $300 to do that for me. Watch. And I'll just close that. Open this back up. And so you see here I have a Chrome extension. So what it does is if I click on any link, I'm going to right click on this link, You see where it says open side by side? It opened it up side by side automatically. That's really good when I'm grading because I have the link to the student, your work, when I'm grading you guys' work. I right click, I choose open side by side, and then your work side by side with Google Classroom, so I can put your comment in Classroom, and I can look at your lesson plan. And then I Control W, close it. And I do it with the next lesson plan. Like, you've got to get these keyboard shortcuts down and then figure out what kind of Chrome extensions make my life easier. There's always got to be a way to make your life easier. The other thing is I encourage you to let somebody who's good at the computer watch you use the computer. Like, what do you do? No. Did you just backspace to get rid of every character in the URL? Oh my God. Control L. Highlight the URL. Control L. Control L. Okay. Control L. Highlight the URL. And then just start typing. Don't push backspace. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm trying to think of what would be some other like killer things. The side by side I think is really important. If you go do this, Control T, Command T, Google Web or no Chrome Web Store, Chrome Web Store, Chrome Web Store. Do a Google search for Chrome Web Store. It's also under the settings on Google Chrome, but I can just Google because I'm fast at typing. And then you just type in like open side by side. If you type in open side by side, you can install my Chrome extension with open side by side if you want to. You got to be logged into Chrome, so because you're on school computers, that might not work. So just do it on your home computer if you want that one. But there's like a ton of Chrome extensions that do super nifty things. So this one, Snag, it's like my favorite. It does screen recordings and screenshots, and it saves it to Google Drive. That one's super amazing. This one, Make GIFs, it takes YouTube videos and turns them into animated GIFs. So how fun is that for your students? That you go find some stupid video. Actually, I make stupid videos of myself, and then I make animated GIFs out of them. It does that. Anyway, there's like a ton. This one's like automatically saves something to Google Drive. Whatever I'm looking at, it saves it into Google Drive. So there's a ton of Chrome extensions that you should just play with. And if you go to my website, so Control L, highlight the URL, alicekeeler.com. Control L, highlight the URL, alicekeeler.com. My blog. Just got 10 more hits today. In the side, if you search, type in keyboard shortcut. To search. So I've got like a whole bunch of keyboard shortcut blog posts that you might find helpful that you can look up. Can you guys do Control T? Go to docs.google.com. Control T, docs.google.com. Can you Google up? Okay. This is a new feature this week, so I don't know how it works, so we're going to try it. You ready? It's a new feature. Are you great? Ready? So first, Control-Shift-S. Command. Control-Shift-S. Allow it to use your microphone. It turns on voice typing. And it's like magic. This is like the best voice typing you've ever seen in your life, period. New line. It probably can't hear me very well because I'm in the back of the room, but if I get closer to the computer, backspace, delete that word. What can I type? Okay, hold on. Do you guys see there's a little question mark here on this? Type with your voice. No, I want to edit with my voice. Yeah, I know those. Okay, select text. What do I say? Select all. Okay, let's try this. Select all. This is like magic. I am able to edit with my voice, comma, but I will have to practice, period. New line. Insert table. You guys see that? So, but look, I'm going to click on this to turn it off. And you guys see this little question mark? By the way, under tools is voice typing. Tools, voice typing. So you can turn it on that way. Remember I showed you the keyboard shortcut is Control-Shift-S. But you're going to forget it. So it's under the tools menu, okay? It's no big. But we are in the habit of doing what? Clicking on stuff. And I see here there's a question mark on the microphone. And then this tells me what I can voice command my computer. So I can voice command Google Docs to select text, to format the document, to edit the document. Honestly, I'd have to spend a lot of time memorizing all these voice commands, right? I'm not sure how worth it that is. Just regular voice typing, heck yes, I'm using that. That's awesome. If you have to type up a whole paper, like it's on someone gave you a piece of paper and you need to type it, you've been there? Just read it to your computer and just type it that way. I can read, I'm a fast typer, but I can read way faster than I can type. But if you have a kid who has motor skill issues, it would be worth it for him to learn it. If you break your arm, this might become real valuable to you. But what I want your takeaway be is to, click on all the menus. Click on all of the menus. What are all the things I can do in a Google Doc? Click on every single menu and click on every single thing in the menus. So like go to tools. What's in tools? Tools. You see this research, it puts Google search right in your document. If you just go through and you open the file menu, click on all of it. Open the edit menu, click on all of it. Open the insert menu, click on all of it. You will be, seriously, in an hour, you will know more than 80% of the population, and I'm going to say 90. I mean, you will be a ninja just because you click on all the buttons. It's really good, isn't it?
That's pretty sweet.
It's better than Siri, and it's better than OK Google. And so I think the OK Google team needs to talk to the Google Docs team. Okay, so time's up. I hope this was helpful. I had fun. That's all that matters.